Hello, Aldwyn Altuney here in New Moonta near Gingin. This is North Queensland with two amazing people here and a phenomenal place, which I'll show you in just a sec. This is the Self-Worth Warriors. We have Collette Whelan and Andrew Haupt, and they have set up an amazing setup here where you can come and unwind, unplug, and just get yourself back to nature and get connected. We're going to have a chat about how you can be a self-worth warrior and how you can connect with these amazing people and get back to nature. But before we have a chat, I just want to show you this amazing setting here. Check this out. Here we are. Look at this beautiful view. Isn't that absolutely stunning? There it is. Absolutely glorious. And we have here on the block, there are 4 dogs, 3 chickens, we have a pony, and we have, what else have we got here? We've got 2 cats and lots of birds, and it is like its own little animal sanctuary here. Thank you so much for hosting me overnight. I must say I woke up feeling so rejuvenated and so refreshed. I actually felt like the self-worth warriors were infiltrating into this body, and I felt just so much love, and it's just been so great to come out here overnight and spend the day here today. It's been wonderful. So can you guys tell us a bit about what the Self-Worth Warriors is all about?
Yeah, well, as self-worth warriors, we look at building resilient relationships, especially with everything that's been going on the last few years. So we work with singles because the self-worth starts with self. Then we work with couples, and we also focus a lot on families too, Aldwyn. We found that as we've been going through our journey, there have been a lot of groups and support for men and women individually, but not as couples and not as families, so that we can be role models, to our children.
I love that. And you've had quite an interesting journey. Now, we're actually about the same age, and interestingly, we were both referred to each other many times by a mutual friend, Christiane. Hello, yes. Christiane, if you're watching. And she said, she was saying to Collette, you got to meet Aldwyn, saying to me, you got to meet Collette. And we eventually met, and then these guys, came to one of my webinars on how to gain free publicity, and they're now part of our Mass Media Mastery family, and we're doing some awesome work together. It's so great working with you. I love what you're doing out here. It is so needed right now, particularly with what's been going on in the world. We know there's been a lot of craziness with COVID, with wars, etc., and all that stuff we cannot control. We can control how we do life. So interestingly, Collette, now we've both got background in Sydney and on the Gold Coast,
yeah.
And we're about the same age, and we've both been very driven through our lives. A lot of similarities there. Now, before you came here, you had a very interesting journey. Can you share just the last year, year of what's happened in a snapshot?
How much time have we got? Yeah, so basically Andrew and I connected. We connected just over a year ago. And we just had that. We were both on a journey. We had very similar values and outlooks. Just as we had sort of connected, my dad fell quite ill in Sydney, which then led us to jump in a camper van, and we pulled our 3 children out of school and decided to homeschool. So we jumped in a camper van. So we went from Sydney, Gold Coast, and then we thought we've just got to trust. We went down. Dad was in palliative care. Sadly, we lost him. Sending him so much love, but it sort of took us on a deeper journey where we actually went out into nature. We lived in the forest. We had no idea where we were going, what we were doing, but it was in that we decided to surrender. And that's when everything fell into place for us, because we were so busy trying to control how the outcome was going to be, and Dad and everything else. So it was, part of our journey to go out into nature. We sort of came across the border back into the Gold Coast. Then, all of the things were going on. So we just jumped back in the car, headed up north, and then we just came to this beautiful site, 43 acres. And we just wanted to be able to empower and show others how to, move out of what we think is the norm. And just create that life of freedom. And that's been our journey, and that's what we want to share with everybody else.
Absolutely love it. And there is definitely something special, particularly about this block. Now, you said it's built on a gold mine. There's gold mines around.
Yeah, and it's just like we have hip camp here, so people can just come and stay and unwind. We also have our programs, but it's also, there's so many crystals. So the kids have found thousands of crystals as we've been, just preparing the land and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really special. Everyone that's come out here, and just even us, as soon as we came here and took a deep breath in, we just knew that this was the space for us next.
And I love what we did this morning. We did a really cool breathwork practice this morning. We did some card reading, some connecting, gratitude, etc. Absolutely love that. And I think if all families did what we did this morning, I think that would absolutely transform the world. Just that, it was 5-10 minutes or so that totally shifts your whole day. Can you explain actually a little bit more about that, where that idea came from to do that?
So it's something that we started when we were feeling so disconnected. We had no stability out in nature. We thought, you know what, we really need to give it to ourselves, because so often as a society, we're taught that everything in our stability is in our home, in our job, in everything outside of ourselves. And when that's all pulled from under you, as COVID has shown us, it's about coming back to self, finding that worth. So knowing that no matter what's going on, whatever chaos is going on in the world, you can actually come back to yourself and you can start making decisions from that space instead of going into that external chaos.
Yeah, I love that. And so you guys only met a year ago, so it feels like you've been together for 20 years. You feel such a good match for each other and so well connected. So how's the journey been for you? Have you grown closer, would you say, over the last year?
Oh, look, during this time, and I guess it came because we looked and we realized that, again, as a society, we think two people come together and they become one. And we've learned It's not about that. It's about two people coming together, setting some values to live by in the relationship, so we can both give to the relationship rather than having rules and expectations of each other. And that's where a lot of relationships break down. And as a result of doing that, it's then filtered out to the children, where they also live by our 8 family values as opposed to living by rules.
I love that. And your children are absolutely gorgeous. I must say, I don't think I've met a family quite like this. There's so much wisdom with these children, and you're homeschooling as well. So much wisdom. They are so evolved. They are so beyond their years, and that's testament to what you both bring. It is really, really beautiful to see. And I'm actually practicing babies at the moment, so if I actually end up having a child, I will definitely be coming to you guys looking for some more guidance in that area. And for anyone who has children, if you're having some challenges at home, connect with these guys. They can definitely help you build resilient relationships with yourself as a couple or as a family. So important. And values, so important. So can you share some of your values?
Yeah, so our number one value is family, unconditional love, honesty, being authentic, and probably the biggest one is boundaries, and being able to set them and being able to respect them in others. And so often when we lack worth, we just keep giving, which I've done and I know you've done in the past. So our values that we live by each day really allow us to come to self and know that we're worthy. So we fill our cup, and we're not depending on our partner or anyone else or anything else to fill our cup. And then we can actually give and be the best version of ourselves from that full cup, following those values.
I love that. And soon you're going to be doing some breath work locally and meetup groups coming up. So can you share a little bit more about what's on the horizon?
Yeah, so just really being able to get out into the community. And, people think relationship is about being with someone, but it's actually about that relationship with self, with our partner as well, with our children, with our community, with our friends. So just learning the skill of that. So the breath work is, just to give people the tools to overcome anything that comes up in their life, because life, everyone's waiting for it to go back to normal, but this is the normal now. So the breath works, we've got the hip camp, so we've had many people come and stay and just unplug and connect with each other. And then also we've got some online programs and some workshops as well. But the ultimate is the in-person retreats. We're going to be running those just for individuals, for couples, and then family stays as well, which is super exciting.
Very cool. And I don't know anyone else who's doing anything quite like this. So this is very, very exciting and beautiful spot out here. It really does feel like you're sort of in the middle of nowhere. However, really not that far from Gingin. How far are we from Gingin here?
We're about
25 k's.
Yeah,
25 k's from Gingin.
Yeah.
Can you believe? Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And you've had kangaroos here. What other animals?
emus. We get everything
Black
out.
cockatoos.
Wow.
Eagles.
Oh, wow. So special. And owls.
There's everything.
Amazing. You can hear them now. They're just starting to get ready for the night ahead. The party's happening here with the animals.
Yes. We're settling down and they're just getting going.
Getting started. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. And now the breathwork side of things. Andrew, are you a breathwork specialist more so, or both of you?
I've done heaps of different kinds of breathworks, but, we've kind of come up with our own breathwork to connect your head, heart and gut. And it's really worked well for us and the kids. And it's powerful.
And that's the one that we did this morning. And we were saying about the embraining. So just, it's been scientifically proven. We've got the head brain, the heart brain and the gut brain. But as a result of trauma and life in general, we move from the gut and the heart, which is where we, as children, we jump in there, we make all those decisions and we come into that place of fear. So also in July, we're going to be working with an amazing doctor over in New Zealand, and we're going to be providing a retreat and a certification in embraining. So for those of you who just want a tool for yourself, or to, add it to a current business, or just to use in your family, and to, be able to have that tool to come back to yourself. So we'll be doing that in July this year, which is super exciting as well.
Love that. And, mental health is huge at the moment. It's a really important area to look at how we can help people out there right now, because, the average stats are 1 million people a year worldwide take their own lives. Now, I have heard that has gone up 4 times since COVID. So a lot of people are really not handling things so well. We've got more domestic violence, etc. And this is where what you're doing is so important for the community, by creating resilient relationships with self, with couples, with families. If you've got a crappy relationship at home, or with yourself, with your partner, with your family, it will definitely impact your working environment, and it will impact the people around you. So the ripple effect of what you're doing is absolutely massive. I love it. So excited for you guys. So if people want to connect with you, where can they go?
Yeah, at the moment, it's best to sort of jump online onto Self-Worth Warriors. We're starting a beautiful community there with a whole heap of like-minded souls, so we can all connect, share ideas, and, because we do learning in those spaces as well. So, just connecting with us online on Facebook under Self-Worth Warriors is the best way to connect with us at the moment.
Fantastic. So search Self-Worth Warriors. They are soon going to be running some live events here in this area around Gingin, North Queensland. And for the locals, a very tight-knit community here. And really for me, I came up from Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast. It's, 5 to 6 hour drive, or 7 hours roughly. It's not, you can do it in a day. You can do it in a day. Just don't go the back way that I went at night time, because you could find yourself in all sorts of trouble. Look out for the cows on the road.
You did an amazing job. Amazing job.
Thank you. I think an owl came flying at the car at one point. Anyway, thankfully we survived, didn't hit any animals, and I was dodging all the frogs because it was raining as I was coming. So it really is it was like being in my own movie, It was like adventure.
And really stepping out of your comfort zone.
Absolutely. It was totally out of my comfort zone as a city girl. And, to see the chickens flying around today, that was really cool too. So learning so much. It's been beautiful. Great experience to be out here, even for a day. Even if you can spend a few hours out here, you will get so much from it. Anything else you'd like to share before we wrap up?
Yeah, just basically, we want to, so many people either go to the doctor or they go to therapists, and we keep thinking that we need more. And what we do is actually give you the tools, or just ignite them or reignite them within yourself, so that you've already got the tools. If you're here, you're alive, you know what you need to do. We just give you some extra tools so that you can overcome everything that comes, both positive and negative. And just some practices like rituals and journaling and cacao ceremony. So just giving you as many life tools so that you can connect in with what resonates with you, and you can change your life.
I love that, because we're going to have those little pits in life. We're going to have those low points. And so it's all about how you deal with those low points, right? And the learnings we get from that. And actually even to embrace the low points as learnings, right, is huge. So really welcoming the journey of life, and rather than resisting, what you resist persists, right? Rather than the resisting, just go with the flow, right?
Absolutely.
Go with the flow.
And just realizing it's a journey. Everyone seems to think, when I do this and when I get there, and, you know, our programs are all based around being in the present moment, because, you know, looking into the future, we're doing anxiety. Looking into the past, we're doing depression. So if we stay in the present moment, we don't do either of those.
And that's why it's such a gift.
Yes.
Being present in the presence.
Yes.
And for those whose love language is quality time, of course, is very important for our quality time people out there. And if you haven't checked out the 5 love languages, do that. That's really crucial as well, as part of this, you know, understanding your own love language, understanding, and those around us, and the languaging we use in general. And thanks to Collette. Now, every time I say deadlines, I think time frames now. So thank you to you, Collette. I will be shouting your praises on that one. Really getting conscious to the language that we use and how important that is and how that impacts us. And gratitude is really important too. And before we wrap up, I'd love to have us share some gratitudes as part of the Global Good News Challenge we do every month. We have 3 things we're grateful for that we share every day. So is it okay if we do that today?
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. So I'll start with you, Collette. What are 3 things you're grateful for today?
So like the global community and the consciousness that's waking up, the beautiful 43 acres where we get to create this amazing space for people to come and grow and learn, and just my inner strength.
Love it. Awesome. And what about you, Andrew? What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for you.
Oh,
You've inspired us today. And
wonderful.
I'm grateful for the land we live on and my beautiful family.
Nice. Thank you so much. And I am so grateful for both of you. What a special couple you are, and your gorgeous children, absolutely adorable. They are just amazing. Amazing. You have to really come out here to see it. So I'm very grateful for you, for your beautiful hospitality, for looking after me so well, and also grateful for this amazing land we live on. It is like heaven on earth here, absolutely like heaven on earth. And many parts of Australia, in fact, we're very lucky in many ways to live in Australia. Well, we choose where we live, right? And there is so much magic to explore here on our land. I'm grateful also for our ancestors and for the Aboriginals, the original people of Australia as well. I'm very grateful for the wisdom you bring and the plant medicines, etc. Very grateful for that. And I'm grateful, I'm going to do a bit more than 3, grateful for all of my mentors also who have guided me on this path, and family. Of course, family is so important. And, you know, we can't choose our family, they say.
Yes. Well, you know what, we can. And that's all. Yeah, absolutely. We think it's the blood, but it's actually the family we choose, and those that speak good of us and inspire us regardless of whether we're there. And I feel that with you. We've been connected now for a while, and it's just beautiful. And realizing that we're all one. We're all a mirror of everything that we attract into our lives. So thank you.
Yes, so true. We're so connected. That's true. There's the blood family, and then there's the extended family. And absolutely, you know, having a conscious community of people coming together is definitely, there's a rising movement happening, and so grateful for that, for all the truth seekers and truth speakers out there, for those who want to have an amazing experience of life. Everything is there for you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Check out Self-Worth Warriors. I also have ongoing events, and you can check out my link tree if you would like to see some of my events. I actually have a webinar that I'm running tomorrow. It's called How to Gain Over $1 Million Worth of Free Positive Publicity. And I'll pop that into the chat here. And also we have on Saturday a social media masterclass we're doing in Southport. So come and check that out too. All the links are there. And Self-Worth Warriors, check out the retreats, meetup groups, etc. coming up. These guys are phenomenal. If you get a chance to work with them, definitely come out here. You will not regret it. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much. Anything finally you want to say?
Just sending so much love. Sending love.
Oh, and you've got some things here just quickly you want to show. They've got really cool stuff too, like this little cup here. Yeah. Look at that.
And the cacao. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
the cacao
nice. And they've got, and people who attend some of their events may be lucky enough to get a little journal and pen And do you want to do a little sound thing before we
Yeah,
wrap
we've
up?
got
We'll
our
do a little
little-
sound.
Yeah, just
Little sound bowl.
raise a little bit of the energy and vibration.
Beautiful. Love it. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us know what you're grateful for in the chat wherever you're watching this or listening to this. There we go. The animals have started the
they're
party.
very grateful. Grateful for that we're
Yeah,
stopping so
yeah.
they can start.
Time for them now. Time to hand over the mic. Fantastic. Lots of love as well. Mwah. Thanks for joining us. Blessings. Have a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world. As Gandhi says, be the change you wish to see in the world. And as I say, shine bright and light up all those around you. Blessings and bye for now. See you soon.